Hello everyone, your narrator here. Today I thought to myself, well, I have many stories to tell about the talking, heritage and magical island, which is why Thomas Take and Play and Wooden Railway Adventure 23 presents a brand new series based on the railway series by Welcome Greenwald and Christopher Audrey, and the television show created by Britt Aycroft and David Mitten, starring Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends in Sodor's History, Thomas in the Yard. Thomas in the Yard. Titmouth's main station pilot is stuck from the Great Western Railway. 1965 marks 10 years of him as Titmouth's station pilot. His first 3 months were very adventurous. He fought with Percy against Diesel the mean shunter and the big engines. Ever since then, the big engines and the Fat Controller were careful with new types of diesels and arrogant engines. The island of Sodor is a wonderful place for tourists and a very big industrial island. There are many quarries, historic castles, and many railway lines with steam engines still running it, together with diesels and electric engines, between many stations, docks, tunnels, bridges, and towns. The Northwestern Railway's controller is Sir Topham Hatt II, or also known as Charles Topham Hatt. One morning, Doug was shunting in the yard. He was currently collecting Gordon's express coaches. He rode onto the main line. Just then, Henry returned from pulling the flying kipper. He was a bit sleepy, which meant he didn't notice Doug in front of him. However, Doug did also not notice him in time. His driver, however, noticed him. "Stop, Doug! Stop!" "What? Oh no!" "What?" "Look out!" said Henry's fireman. "Oh no!" Both tried to stop in time, but it was too late. They crashed into each other, blocking the entrances to the yard and the sheds. The Topham Hatt was in his office already. He came out and went over. "What happened, you two?" he asked. "I returned from pulling the flying kipper, and I wasn't concentrating on the line when I came in, and I crashed into Doug," Henry explained. "And I didn't concentrate as well, sir," Doug responded as well. "Well, I better call for the breakdown crane," the Topham Hatt said. Soon it arrived, as well as Thomas. Gordon stood before the crash, waiting to get to the station. He was puzzled as to why Thomas was there too. "Thomas, what are you doing here, without any clever?" he wondered. "I don't know. The Topham Hatt called for me," he responded. Just then, the Topham Hatt came over. "Ah, the breakdown crane. Good that it arrived so quickly. We need to clear the line immediately. And you too, Thomas." "Yes, sir, but why am I here?" "Well, Thomas, as you can see, Doug and Henry had a pretty bad accident. I want you to take Doug's role as station pilot. Are you alright with that?" he asked. Yes, sir. I help with the cleanup, and as soon as the line is clear, I get to work as soon as I can." And off he went. He was very fast and worked hard. In between the hour, the line was cleaned up again, and all trains were starting off in the day, slightly delayed, but still going. Thomas was very rushed off his wheels, as trains that should currently leave the station were pushed back to as soon as the train is leaving and clearing a line. It was hard to shunt all trains on time, but he got the job done. The Topham Hatt was very impressed that how Thomas kept the time. Thomas was enjoying himself, as he got to see friends and other engines he hadn't seen for a while or never before. However, he still wanted to return to his branch line as soon as possible. During his absence, Percy, Toby, and Daisy were covering his jobs and duties. He was glad when the day was over. He went up to Tipper's sheds to get a good night's sleep there. "Hello, Thomas," Molly said. "Good evening, Molly, and to everyone else." "Oh, I'm pretty tired," he yawned. "Oh, is the little engine tired? There is nothing to. Don't even think about it, Gordon," Thomas said angrily. And off all engines went to sleep. 2 weeks later, Thomas was still shunting in the yard. That day he shunted until the evening, when the Topham Hatt came up to him. "Ah, Thomas, good you're still here. I have news." "Is Duck returning soon?" he asked. Just then a whistle was heard in the distance, and into the yard came Duck. "Hello, Thomas." "Duck, I'm glad you returned. I really want to get back to my branch line again," he said. "It's glad to be back," he responded. "Well, you two, I have news for both of you." "What is it, sir?" they asked. "Well, Thomas, you can return to your branch line, of course. And Duck, you get a big surprise soon. But maybe you can guess it after this." And then a horn was heard, and a Diesel rolled into the yard. He looked like Diesel, but he was backwards. "This is Devon." Duck was a bit hesitant. "A new Diesel, sir?" he asked. "I know you had a bad experience with diesels, but you need to forget about that at the moment. Devon here will help you for a while. You'll soon see why," he told the two, and off the Topham Hatt went. "Seems like you have a new friend to work with." "Duck, do you know an engine called Diesel?" "Why would you care?" he said a bit angrily. "Because I met him before I came here, and he told me you lied about him and the big engines, but I don't believe that." "You don't?" Duck asked questionable. "No, I don't. I was just like him before, but I didn't make friends. I always worked lonely at a scrapyard. I was glad when I was sent here. I don't want to change back again to my former self. I want to have a best friend. Please trust me," he begged. I don't know." "Duck, really?" "Don't worry. Devon, was it?" "Yes." "Well, don't worry, Devon. I can be your best friend." "Well, don't worry, Devon. I can be your friend. I was the same too a long time ago, so you can count me as a friend." "Well, me too. But I can't trust you completely, if you understand." Yeah, I can. I can definitely understand why." And so, for the next few weeks, Duck and Devon worked together, shunting trucks, coaches, etc. in the yard until Duck got his big surprise. How that is a story for another episode.